some big news coming in. It appears to be a big blow to Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The verdict has now come against Siddaramaiah, with the High Court observing that the governor is very well within his rights to order an investigation if there is discrepancies that he's noted. If there are appeals of corruption that have been made to the governor, then the governor is well within his right in deciding. A big setback certainly for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. He loses his court plea where he had challenged the governor's legal standing on how the governor has the jurisdiction to issue prosecution against him. And now you have the Karnataka High Court ordering against the plea that was made by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in Karnataka. The governor is very well within his right to order for a probe or a prosecution. He is a competent authority to grant sanction to prosecute. Precise words of the Karnataka High Court. The physical order is yet to come in a few hours' time, but this is what has been announced. In fact, if we could get our reporters tracking this closely, if we have Anaga with us. Anaga, big blow there to Siddaramaiah. Certainly, he's not got the verdict in his favour. The court very clearly observing that the governor is very well within his jurisdiction to order for prosecution, that he can grant sanction to prosecute. And here's a case which accuses Siddaramaiah and his family, precisely his wife here, being granted nearly 14 pieces of land in prime property in exchange of the land the Muda acquired. Basically, much higher in valuation, the land that was granted to his wife, than what was actually taken over by Muda. These are the allegations. Of course, probe will reveal a lot more. But here you have a big blow to the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, with the Karnataka High Court says the governor is within his right to order prosecution. He can sanction a grant to prosecute if found guilty. The Chief Minister should be investigated. In as many words, Sagai Raj, our correspondent right there in Bengaluru, bringing us a reaction coming in. Listen in.
In Karnataka High Court.
Oh, it's come in our favor. I've filed the caveat. We will face them in the Supreme Court, because we know their next step is going to be the Supreme Court, and we will face them there. Okay. Nothing to worry. We have absolute confidence we will win it in the Supreme Court also.
Do you think everything fall in place for you when it comes to this particular case?
Absolutely. It has to fall in place, because, see, you can't go beyond the documents. You can alter the documents, but then you can't destroy the documents.
Two more questions if it is.
That's TJ Abraham, who basically sent a petition to the governor, basically a letter where he says that the Karnataka Chief Minister has indulged in corruption. His family was favoured by the Muda Authority, which is the Mysuru Urban Development Authority, which granted his wife, Siddaramaiah's wife, 14 pieces of land, which, according to him, TJ Abraham, and his research that he's done through an RTI information, he says that the government, in fact, Muda allotted land which was way above in valuation to Siddaramaiah's wife, while the land that was purchased from Siddaramaiah's wife was far in the outskirts of Mysuru, but the land that was given in exchange to his wife was very much within prime city limits of Mysuru. Basically, expensive pieces of land were granted to the Chief Minister's wife, and this he may have done through his clout. But at that point, though, when Muda allotted land to Siddaramaiah's wife, the BJP was in power. And this is what the Congress has constantly been harping upon, that it was the BJP in power at that point. So the Muda authorities who came under them should be questioned. And maybe even some of the BJP netas should be pulled up on allowing this to happen. But Siddaramaiah here clearly denying those allegations.